Hale Ohuna means secret home, and we'd like to welcome you to our home. When Kevin, Heine, and I decided to revamp what was recently known as SALT, I told him I wanted to do a modern Hawaiian noodle bar, and I completely wanted to gut the place and redo the interior. And I'm pretty, it's months and months. We were supposed to open earlier this year, and because of delays and other things, we're finally here, going into September, and it's just very exciting. So welcome to my home. I'd love to show you. This is a collaboration of artists, chefs, hospitality folk, craftsmen, woodworkers, farmers, fishermen, ranchers, and the support of the local community. And really everybody has contributed into making this space our home, our hale. And so welcome, let's show you around. One of the things that I wanted to do was create a beautiful installation piece that represented Malcolm Mackay. I kept walking past this installation artwork at the Honolulu airport. I was like, that's really, really cool. And so I told Sarah what my idea was, and she put me in touch with two artists on Big Island. And we basically collaborated to come up with this gorgeous piece that really represents what I think Hawaii is all about. And I had this idea that I wanted to include kalo in it, because kalo is life, and it is the most culturally significant food in Hawaii historically. And Kalo's having a comeback right now with the resurgence of legalizing pa'iai, and really, those are some of the things that we're trying to do here, is incorporate a little bit of tradition in a new and modern way.
Yeah, this is a really big space, a really big wall, and I really knew right off the bat that an installation artist was going to be needed for this. So I always admired the work of Sally Lemberg and Keith Tallet. They, as a husband and wife duo, collaborate together as Miss Filter Feeders. And so in talking with them, I went through a couple of drafts of what we thought it would be and what it would turn out to be. And through the connection with Taro, they also had that same understanding that we did of what it means for our community, what it means for modern Hawaii, and also Hawaii in the past as well. And so for this piece, it kind of embodies that. The wood was reused and also from their farm. The largest piece is of koa. And they also are really interested in photography and also resin art as well. So the shine and kind of the sparkle of the piece too comes from them resining every single piece and installing it together. We've talked to them about it too, and this is kind of a piece that they have been kind of working out in their practice for a while. And it kind of culminated in this, which is the first time they've done a massive piece like this with different types of shapes and geometry going on into kind of this really massive piece for the space. It works really, really well, and I think the greatest appreciation that people can have from it is being able to walk up and seeing it passing it by. Every angle, every vantage point is different too. So.
And we actually show movies during service, and so when you're sitting in the upstairs dining room, it has this beautiful reflection of whatever's going on the screen, and so it's like the installation piece is alive. It's really, really cool.
Super cool.
Before I was a cook, I went to art school. I majored in fashion design and I minored in fine arts in New York City. And I gave it all up in my early 20s so I could pick up a knife and stand over a hot stove. But part of that, what I wanted to do with this space, SALT was such a beautiful, unique space, very tall ceilings, bi-level space. And I thought, gosh, this is just so great. And art has always been a huge inspiration in my life. And so I love going to a restaurant that has great artwork. I think it's very personal. I think that when people have something really interesting to look at, something that can inspire them or give them some feeling of emotion, that's when the connection's made, and that's when the art is successful and worthwhile. And so I wanted to populate my restaurant with really personal pieces. Again, I worked with Sarah Tamashiro to really handpick every single piece of artwork that was going to be in this restaurant, and the fact that it is made by all Native Hawaiians, You know, there's just all different types of mediums in here. And then again, you know, I wanted to be feel comfortable. I didn't want to feel so cold or corporate, and I really wanted to put a lot of, I think, my personality into this restaurant. And so what you see on the wall behind me is a combination of artwork and old photos of Hawaii and my ohana, basically all the people that have touched my life since I've been here in Hawaii. And it's a lot of fun, you know, it's just fun to be able to come to my restaurant every day and see the people that I love and see the people that have helped to build this place and contribute to this project. And everything from the tables to the lighting, some of these people are farmers, a lot of these people are friends, my family, my actual family here. And it's just, you know, the Hale Ohuna means secret home, and again, it's supposed to be a place where you can feel comfortable, you can come relax, and maybe you'll see your face on the wall someday.
So one of the themes that we had for the restaurant is to make it Mauka and Makai. So themes that are more Makai are kind of more downstairs, but the upstairs we intended on kind of designing to not only have the feels of what an older Hale would be, but also the feels of what a contemporary, modern Hawaiian home would feel like. So behind me, I have 3 artists that I really, really love. And even when working with these artists too, I chose people that I personally admire. I'm their fangirls of sorts. But the biggest pastels are by Tamara Moan. She's a Kailua-based artist. She works a lot with watercolors as well. We also have a couple of her other pieces behind me, but we also have the work of couple artist Delani as well. She made the 4 panels. Not only did she include Hawaiian kapa and ohe kapala that she made herself, but she also includes other types of an indigenous paper making so there's some Japanese washi in there. I know there's some Egyptian pieces as well. And then the centerpieces right here are made by Marcus Marzan. He's a fiber artist, really well known for not only his kapa, but also his fiber making techniques. He made these 2 pieces. The top is made out of lahala, and the bottom is made from coconut and neem fiber, which is really awesome too, because those are the types of materials that ancient Hale and Hale Kahiko are made out of. So it ties in it really well. So this is the Makai portion of the restaurant. We're looking at photographs from Josiah Patterson. He's a Makaha-based photographer. Like I said before, I'm a fangirl for these artists. I've appreciated and loved their work wherever I saw it. Before we had even the idea of this restaurant being a gallery where all of these works are actually available for purchase. But he was so excited and so willing to also provide us some of these beautiful shots of Waikiki and also the west side. It kind of provides 2 different views of our island as well.
One of the artists that Sarah introduced me to, I really hit it off with, Makai Tubbs, and he has made a name for himself. He bounces between New York and Hawaii, and he's really made a name for himself in making art out of recycled garbage. And one of the things, you know, I had initially wanted this like 3D Onaga tail like coming out off the wall, just because I love the idea of it, and I love the idea of doing ocean and mountain within the space, just because it was bi-level. After talking with Makai for a couple of days, and we did a couple different passes with some concepts, we said, I really want to do some of your 3D work, which is so beautiful, and he makes that using recycled melted plastic. And so this piece, which is a fishing net, obviously, was made from plastic plates. You know, here in Hawaii, people don't think about their garbage, and it's kind of crazy because we're an island in the middle of the ocean, and so recycling is key. Obviously, trying to use materials like glass and not going through too much plastic, the plastic bag law and everything. We were really intent on creating a piece that wasn't just beautiful, but spoke to the situation here in Hawaii with garbage.
I was talking to one of my former professors, and she was kind of shocked that Hawaii doesn't have a gallery culture, it doesn't have a booming art culture in the way that other large, massive cities do. And so we are working with practitioners, craftspeople, artists, and we're really trying to provide them an opportunity to show works in different spaces as well.